Following up tonight, it's a story of turning hate into hope. You might be familiar with the Echo Theater in Lawrence, a formerly segregated building inside of a Confederate memorabilia store. It was also a former meeting spot for the KKK and American Nazi parties. Well, now it's being revamped into a multicultural history museum of education. And we have brought you updates about this inspiring project from the start, covering everything from the grand reopening to those renovations. But tonight we're getting an idea about what those exhibits will actually talk about.
Fox Carolina's Matt Kaufax is here to explain.
Yeah, we're getting a first look at stuff that could be inside, at least a first inkling of what it could be. And in order to get the material for those exhibits that will eventually go in that building, the Echo Project is conducting an oral histories initiative where they're interviewing real people who were affected by what went on at the Redneck Shop. And I spoke today with the professor and his students assisting in that effort. Barack Singleton is a recent graduate of USC Upstate who says his final project as a student was life-changing.
A lot of times when you view history, you view it as like a long time ago. But a lot of the people that are in this story, they're parents and grandparents. They're only a generation or two removed from myself.
Singleton studied under Dr. Nicholas Gaffney, an African-American studies professor who has been tapped by the Echo Theater Project in Lawrence to help with their oral histories mission.
We're really trying to understand the nature of the trauma, if you will, a place like the Redneck Shop created for people living within that community.
The Redneck Shop, housed inside the former Echo Theater, was a hub of organized white supremacy that only shut its doors in 2012. Up until 2007, it still hosted full regalia Klan meetings. Inside, you can even see the remnants of a Nazi flag painted right next to the red, white, and blue.
The collective goal is just to create an opportunity for viewers, people that are looking at this material in whatever shape it takes, to have a chance to begin to build empathy.
In the end, videos of the oral histories or interviews Gaffney says they're getting with local residents about their experiences of having the Redneck Shop nearby will be a key part of exhibits inside the building.
There are things like calling cards, right, that the Klan would leave on someone's house as a form of intimidation. One of the things we talked about as a concept is to put that card on display and then have people sharing their experiences about receiving a card like that.
This localized tool of racial reconciliation and healing is something those involved say they hope will connect the story of the Echo Theater to the larger one of the struggle for civil rights and justice.
Decades from now, people will be able to look back and be like, that's what was going on at that time. It'll be able to tell the story of those people that lived there and lived through that time.
They hope this is something that will serve as a model for other communities with similarly charged pasts to take home with them after viewing.
It relies on humans. It relies on our memory, and it relies on people being there to listen.
Something we should mention is that it's almost a year to the day that grand reopening happened. And they say that we should be able to see actual physical renderings of what some of those exhibits will look like in about a month or so. Now, in the meantime, they say they're planning to go out in teams and interview more people to get that testimony of dozens of community members to keep informing the finished product. Here in the studio, I'm Matt Kaufax, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.